Who's the number one source for leaked info over at Harbor Freight? That's right. The DentaTools with our core of deep freight agents getting all that inside information. If you've got info you want to share, my email is in every single video down. If you click on the more details down there, every single video has my email. You can reach out to me. You can also hit me up on Instagram. We always protect our sources. That said, we got it. We got the Black Friday sale for Harbor Freight for this year. A lot of great stuff. Now, let's be fair. Harbor Freight notoriously goes a little weak on Black Friday, but this year there's some smoking deals in there. It's not great across the board. We're going to help you find the good ones, avoid the bad ones, because that's what we do here. So let's jump into it. First of all, I want to thank this week's sponsor, and that, of course, is my Lytmi headphones. They're still on sale over on Amazon. $40, 10% off coupon. Make sure you check mark the box or you won't get the sale. I got to tell you, I love these things. I don't know if maybe you guys like it, but shoving stuff in my ear is not my cup of tea. These just wrap around your ear. They sit on top. They don't go inside. They got this giant battery here. They last forever. They come with a great case. I will say the case is a little slippery. If you could make this with a little bit of texture, that'd be fantastic. You just take it, you drop it in the case, give it a little wiggle. It goes right in, goes into its charging mode. I usually only wear one at a time. My wife sleeps with an earbud in, with the iPhone ones or whatever, the iPods. Cannot understand how she does it. She's always listening to her, as I call it, How to Murder Your Husband shows. Anyway, but for me, it's more about, podcasts, live streaming, also great, audiobooks. I'm a huge fan of audiobooks like this one right here, the Home Distiller's Workbook, your guide to making moonshine, whiskey, vodka, rum, and so much more. Probably, if not the greatest home distilling book ever written by man. The author is someone that I know personally. Anyway, check it out, but also check out the Lytmi earbuds. I love them. But let's get into the deals because that's what you're here for, right? So let's jump over there. Black Friday sale at Harbor Freight. Let's talk about the dates, okay? So if you're inside track, and I know you are because if you want to get the good deals, it's kind of what you got to do these days. It's Monday, November 25th, Tuesday the 26th, and Wednesday the 27th. Now, Thursday, they're closed, if I'm not mistaken. The stores are going to be closed, so it's going to be online only. Then Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, I should say Thursday through Monday, it's going to be open to everyone. There's going to be some hot deals in here, right here, hot deals that you're going to miss out on if you're not inside track. I guarantee they're going to be sold out if you miss out on, if you're too slow on some of these. Let's go through the list though. The top one, we got the cheap ratchet straps there for $6. They're okay secondary or light duty ratchet straps. They're not for primary loads. The blue batteries there. The blue batteries are good. They're actually a pretty good bargain at that price. Avoid the yellow batteries. I'm sorry, I'm just not a fan of them. Then we got the mini steel toolboxes. These are the ones that we leaked. Very similar to the Cobalt boxes. These are going to blow out fast. All right, they're going to go super. You don't have no idea how quickly the Cobalt ones. If you're not a member of the Facebook group, then you miss out on all these updates and people talking about these little quick finds that pop up and then everyone buys them out. So you got to be a member of the Facebook group. Yes, I know. It's on Facebook. We all get it. Nobody likes Facebook, but we go there because that's where the group is. Just one of those things. Go check it out. Again, as always, links to everything else down below in the video. All right. Anyway, the mini toolbox is going to go fast, but okay. The tarps for $4.79. We got the $5 or the $10 grinder. That's a standard. It's a good price, but it's not like a blow me away kind of price. We got the ammo box at $3. Again, that's a solid price, but it's not a right home kind of price. Then we got, look down here, we got the Predator 5,000 watt dual fuel generator, super quiet. This thing has it all. This is the step up from the old 3500. This is now the new RV, just go to the default. That's what we should call it. We call it the default generator. It's CO secure. It's got remote start. It's got an inverter with super quiet enclosure. It's got dual fuel. It does 5,000 watts starting. It hits all the numbers. It's got the wheel kit built in. Can't say enough about this generator. It's fantastic. And at $800, that's a solid price. Next to that, we got the U.S. General 30-inch 5-drawer mechanics cart in all the colors, including the plum crazy purple that everyone's going crazy about. I know the question you're going to ask, hey, Red, are we going to get a plum crazy cabinet here, full-size cabinets? I don't know, but I'm going to tell you, if it's going to happen anytime soon, we're going to learn about it at SEMA. That's the giant car show in Vegas first week of November. Yes, we're going to be down there. In fact, I'm headed down there Tuesday. I'm going down, spend some time with my son who lives near there. So we're going to be down there from then through mid-November. We're going to be there first at SEMA, first with the information. Make sure you've liked and subscribed. Ring the bell so you don't miss out on any of the updates. I'm going to be pressuring. We're going to get all the information at SEMA. And yes, I'm going to be looking for that Hercules jigsaw we've all been waiting for. That said, that is pre-pandemic pricing there, $190 on that. That is a buy it now kind of price. The Daytona Jack's at $25. That's a decent price, but it's not a right home kind of price. The Badlands Off-Road Jack at $250. That is a pull the trigger now. That is my favorite jack that Harbor Freight sells. Yes, the long reach, the Daytona high lift long reach is a fantastic jack. I love that jack, but for ease of use, lifting height, being able to use it outdoors, in the dirt, anywhere, aluminum, lightweight, easy lift, easy carry handle, the Badlands just nails it on every single one. And at $250, that's a ridiculous price. The Franklin Ladder, I have both of these. I have the Franklin Ladder and I have the Little Giant. It's allegedly a copy of. I can't really tell much of a difference. I will say this. Little Giant has a little bit better fit and finish, but it doesn't operate any different. It doesn't go any higher. It doesn't do it any better, and it's way more expensive. Get the Franklin. That's all there is to it. All right, next page. Look at this. I told you there'd be some gems. Oh my gosh. 40% off all Avanti sprayers, brushes, and rollers. 40% off all Braun lights. 40% off all Icon socket sets. Did you guys clear out? I saw a bunch of you cleared out those Icon ratchets. Well, now you can fill up the other drawer with the Icon sockets. This is impact sockets. This is chrome sockets. This is extensions. This is any kind of socket set. This is going to be on sale for 40% off. It's going to be madhouse. Okay. Again, these are the kind of things that are, if you're waiting until Sunday, all the ones you want are going to be gone. And then you're going to be on here complaining, blah, 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 this is a fake sale. Blah. You people who wait and just sit around and casually stroll through, you're not subscribed, you miss all the information, then you miss out on the sale, and then you claim it's a fake sale. My gosh, how sour are those grapes? Anyway, you got to be on it. And then don't miss out this Braun lights, man. The Braun lights are fantastic. You've got the flip light, the slim light there. You've got the overhead light. You've got linkable lights there. Those are fantastic lights. This is, and I've got, right here, I got the Braun light. This is a great light. This is an unbelievably good light. This, and the way, the positioning, you got the little spotlight on the end as well. You get the magnetic end so it can just clip to everything. It's flexible. It's like, I like the Icon, I do, but this at this price, at 40% off, that's going to be, again, it's going to get blown out. You're not going to be able to get them by Sunday. You just can't wait that long, all right? Then the Avanti sprayers. People keep asking me, are these good sprayers? Yes, they are good sprayers. They're solid sprayers. And if you're going to be doing any interior latex kind of paint, that's the kind of sprayer you want to get. Now let's keep moving along. The Bauer, I told you there's some killer deals here. The 20-volt brushless, cordless, full kit Bauer impact wrench. This is a brushless high torque impact wrench with a battery, 5 amp hour battery, with a charger for $130. $130. This is the home gamer, like this is the chalice you've all been looking for. This is it. This is the one you want. This will do it all. No, you're not gonna. It's not the most powerful one out there, but for a value system, for a prosumer system, a high torque with the full kit for $130, that's cheaper than most people's high torques on their own. Now, next to this, we've got the Viking 1000 peak amp lithium ion jump starter. At $60 is not a bad price. I will say at $100, that is a no way, not going to happen. At $60, it's an okay price. I'm not a huge fan of the Viking jump starter. I think there's better options out there. The titanium Easy Flux welder at $125. That's a solid price. It's a good price. It's not the, oh my gosh, I've been waiting my whole lifetime for it kind of price. But if you've been looking for a good starter welder, as I always call it, it's the hot glue gun of welding because it's that easy to use. Anybody can weld with this. My dog could weld a perfect bead with this, dropping dimes. I'm kidding there, but you get what I'm saying. At $125, it's a solid welder, but that welding table next to it for $150, that is a get it now kind of price on that. That is a great welding with the welding fit up kit with it. 36 by 24 modular welding table. It looks very similar to the one they sell at Northern Tool. It's a slight upgrade to that. The way it's put together, it's adjustable. It has all this other stuff to it. It's a better table, even though it looks very similar to the one at Northern Tool. Now let's go down here. We got the click type torque wrenches for 12 bucks. You know the deal on that one. They're good enough for your Honda Civic. You're not launching the space shuttle. It's just fine. 30-inch hardwood dollies there. Those things are fantastic at $13. Also, a great way to add wheels permanently to something that doesn't already have wheels, because by the time you buy 4 different wheels and stuff, I just take this and bolt it to the bottom of something. Look, now it has wheels. I've got a green screen over here that I use. I bolted and zip tied them to the feet, and I can just roll that green screen anywhere. Not that I use it a whole lot, but the fact of the matter is I can get it in and out of the way as I need. It's a great usage for it. Now the TV mount, remember it says up to 42 inches. That's a lot of it. Take it with a grain of salt. All right. If you have an older 40-inch, like a first gen kind of LCD panel, it's probably too heavy. Okay. But if you've got one of these new lightweight ones that feel like it's a demo and there's nothing actually in it, probably be fine. Anyway, it says it's a nice little mount there for $8. Then we got the 4-inch magnetic parts holder. Of course, that's a great one there at 90 cents. The red shop towels, people have been saying the newer ones are much better. They don't leave the little red threads everywhere like the old ones, so you can do that. And then we got the automotive plastic fastener kit there. Those are great kits to pick up. $10. You should always be, every time you go into a Harbor Freight, you should be grabbing whatever kit is on sale. And over the course of a year, you'll build up a full parts kit and be ready to tackle about anything. All right, let's keep going. We got the tarp for $3 there. We got the drill bits. Again, $10, nothing to write home about. The little zip ties for $1.38, they're nice, nothing to write home about. The microfiber cloths there for $2.74, those are decent. The extension kit there, the Pittsburgh extension kit for $7. That's a great extension kit. For $7, any DIYer should have that. Heck, I know pros who use that thing. Then we've got the chalk there. If you have any sort of trailer, you should get that chalk for $5. You should probably have a couple of them sitting around. Let's talk about Predator generators. I have this generator, the 9500 super quiet inverter generator, CO secure, 9500 watts starting. This is the Power Cube beast of a generator. Bought it with my own money. This is the wife, we're up here in Montana. We get all sorts of power outages, and the wife's like, I want to feel secure. I want this generator. I'm like, let's go get it. And if you don't know, we had the 9000 before this, the full open frame, loud, noisy thing, but we had the extended warranty on it. Well, about a year in, after we bought that, they came out with this. Thanks, Harbor Freight, for telling me that was coming out. Anyway, point is, there's a super secret upgrade. So if you've got the extended warranty on one of these things, you can go back and talk to the store manager going, hey, I've got this with the warranty. Could I bring it in for an upgrade? And I'll tell you what, most of the time they're going to say, sure thing, bring it on in, just pay the difference. And that's what we did. That's how we stepped up to that fantastic generator. Now below that, that's the one I talked about as the classic, the 3500, the RV special. You see at every RV park across the United States. It's replaced Honda as the gold standard. People are sitting there telling me, oh my God, I've had my Honda for 40 years. It still runs strong. I'm still going to buy a Honda. Brother, Honda's changed in 40 years. I got bad news for you. They're not the same company. That's why they're getting out of small engines. It's going to happen. Harbor Freight is the way to go. The Predator, that dang flies here in my shop. Got to get rid of them too. Anyway, it's not the same. Get these people who are always like, I bought this 50 years ago, 60 years ago. I'm going to stick with it. If I buy another, I'm getting another one of these. Times change, man. You got to stay up to date. All right, and Predator has proven itself as far as engines, especially that Auger 180. Oh my gosh. You might be able to get that price. I know a lot of people are thinking, well, I probably only need an Auger come around spring or something. And maybe that's the case, but at 180, that's a good price to pull the trigger on. All right, over to the right, we got the Portland pressure washer for $65. That's a good sale price. That's a buy it now sale price. Is it the best pressure washer in the world? No, it's not, but it's a decent around the house pressure washer. Electric pole saw there for $47. Okay. Vulcan Omni Pro 220 for $850. That is the welder you want. That thing is an absolutely fantastic multi-process welder. It'll do almost it all in at $850. That is a buy it now price. Unless you want to save a few bucks and go with the 140 professional multi-process welder and the titanium. Here's the real difference between the Vulcan and the titanium, and that is runtime. Basically, you have to look, when you look at welders, it's how long can you lay down, some heat before you have to stop and give it a smoke break, essentially. Because if you don't, it's going to smoke. It's going to take its own smoke break. And that's the way you rate welders is the runtime. And the titanium is just a step down. Basically, the Vulcan is essentially, that's not even a prosumer, I call it a value pro, whereas the titanium is at a prosumer level, although I do know pros who use them and get away with it, because not everyone's laying a bead 24/7. A lot of times they're doing little spot fixes. There's a guy I know up in Bozeman who makes a killing, just absolute killing. All he does is goes around and fixes like people's fences. I saw him fix the seat in somebody's Jeep. The seat had broken and he just welded it back, older Jeep. And he just does all these little spot fixes, and he shows up, it'd be $150, $150, $150. And people are just so happy to get that little thing fixed. You could make a killing with a welder like this. All right, anyway, the 2,000 watt continuous 4,000 watt peak modified sine wave inverter there. It's a decent one. It is modified sine wave. Be aware of that. It's not going to be the best. It's not going to be the worst. Anyway, liquidation sale. It's hard to see here. Right in the top of the 7, it says up to 78% off. Not everything's going to be 78% off. It's just one of the things. But this is the open box stuff, and I got to tell you, again, why Inside Track matters, because that's going to get you in there first. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. That's going to get you first look at those. Now, it's going to be between you and the manager. The manager's going to be like, well, I don't know, blah, blah. Always, if you get to know your manager and you spend time building that relationship, when you walk in there and you're like, hey, I see you got that 70-inch drill press. What's your best thing you can do for me? If you've been around, they know you buy stuff. They know you're a good customer. They know you're a good person. You're going to get a better deal than if you walk in out of the blue going, I'll give you $50 for it. And they'll tell you to kick sand. Trust me on this one, I know. All right, let's keep going here. Next up, we've got over here the Yukon 46-inch 9-drawer. The 9-drawer back to $300. This isn't pre-pandemic pricing. This is launch pricing. When this first came out, that was the, oh my gosh, what a great price on that. I have that same one right here. I'm using it currently as my 3D print farm. Not print farm, I got 2 3D printers, but all the materials and everything else that goes with it, stores it. It's a great home game box. It's a great storage box. I know people who use it in their kitchen. I use one of them like this for my barbecue area. They make fantastic outdoor barbecue kind of setups, because you got the wood chop top block, you got the nice big long drawer for all your knives and everything, you got little drawers for all the accessories. Fantastic. I get it's a little late in the season unless you're down south. Definitely want to pick it up, but I know the big conversation piece is going to be the one next to it. That is the US General 72-inch triple bank roll cab for $1,400. Now this has been the buy it now low price. Now some people are going to sit there and tell you, hey, what you really want to do is you want to get 2 of the 56 inches, because those are currently, I think they're $700. So for the same price, you can get 256 or you can get 172. Now the 72 is approximately 1/3 better, 1/3 more weight, 1/3 more storage, 1/3 more this. What you're going to get, the reason you want to go with the 72 is A, you don't have room for 256s. You don't want to have things divided up into smaller drawers, or you want to get the hutch. Trust me, the bigger hutch is better. I've had the 50-inch style hutch when I had my Icon box. The 72 is way better for being able to spread out and do things. But that said, I totally get it. I mean, yeah, why not get, was it 56, 100 and some inches worth of storage, 2 power drawers, 2 of everything? I totally get why you'd want to go with the 56. It's a judgment call for each person, what's going to work for them. In my space, I would not have been able to put 2 56 boxes. Just wasn't going to work. 72 works perfect. Might be able to wedge in a little side cabinet there, and we might be doing that. We'll have to wait and see. Next to that, we got the Quinn Master Tool Set, $428, $300. That is a standard buy it now sale price. It drops to that price 3 or 4 times throughout the year. Solid price, definitely a pull the trigger price if that's what you've been waiting for, but it's not a, oh my gosh, best price ever. V-Groove combination wrench set there for $30. It's a nice little wrench set. We got SAE and metric, 33% off on that. Now this is all in the Pittsburgh line, okay? That's the bottom. Remember, it's Pittsburgh, Quinn, Icon, all right? There's always the good, better, best, and that's there was Pittsburgh Pro. Pittsburgh Pro, I think, is slowly transitioning into the Quinn line, maybe some of it going up to the Icon. There's still some of it that's kind of in the Pittsburgh stuff. The impact sockets are fantastic for the money. I keep telling people that, and people are just constantly learning. Like, they'll write me up hey, you know what? I tried them. Those are really good. Yeah, it's almost like I've been doing this for a living here for like almost 9 years here. All right, we did it part-time for a while. But the point is, we've been covering Harbor Freight for 9 years on the channel. Nobody knows the stuff the way that we do. We've got all the inside contacts. We've been testing it, trying it, and following it for a long time. So when I say something's decent, remember, Harbor Freight doesn't pay me. They don't even give affiliate links like you do for almost every other store. So when we talk about Harbor Freight, we talk about it out of passion, not out of how much money we make, because it's none anyway. Now, I will say this, full disclosure, they have sent me a lot of equipment and stuff. So has everyone else, all right? Anyway, let's keep going. The Pittsburgh travel tool set case. I'm not a fan of these tool cases. A lot of people are. Am I being a tool snob? Maybe, but if you're on a budget, I get it. For 30 bucks, I get it. I got a friend who's got that $30 case. He keeps it in his little travel trailer. It works good for him. He likes it. A lot of people like this one. They pop up and say they like them. If that's you, then that's fine. They are a serviceable kit. There's better kits out there, but maybe not that price point. All right, let's go down to in the yellow, the cheap seats. We got the not made in America, hence not available in Minnesota. Minnesota's got a law. You can't buy an American flag that's not made in America. Anyway, $379 on that. The magnetic tool holder for $178. The funnel set. Everyone should have like 3 or 4 of these funnel sets. They are fantastic. For 98 cents, that's a no-brainer. Flux core welding there, wire there for 12 bucks. You get that titanium. There's your flux core wire. We got the dual temp heat gun. A lot of you love that dual temp heat gun. I like the Bauer one a little bit better just because it's got a flat back on it, so you can set it down, work with it hands-free. But a lot of people like that. And then we got over on the right-hand side, the magnetic glove tissue dispenser for $10. You got to like that one. Let's keep going. All right, up top, the air compressor starter kit. This is the Central Pneumatics. I don't know who keeps promoting these. Who keeps telling you to buy these? These are junk. I'm sorry, they just are. You may get one that's good, but like 1 in 3, you're going to have leaks in it. It's going to be a problem. Step up, buy the Merlin. The Merlin is smooth. The Merlin is nice. It is well made. It is quality. Don't buy this one. I don't know who keeps telling people to buy it. It's junk. People out there thinking they're Harbor Freight experts when they clearly haven't even tried the stuff. Anyway, the next to that, we got the battery. Again, I'm not a big fan of that battery adapter, the trickle charger there. There's better ones out there. The pneumatic wheel there for $5. It is one of the roundest $5 wheels I've seen yet. We've got the step drill bit adapters. Those things are fantastic. They're cheap. They're not made for everyday use, but when you need them, they're decent. Fiberglass hammers for $4. If you need to chuck a hammer at someone, $4 I think is the right price point for that. Then next to that, we've got the folding keys. Friends, don't let friends buy the folding Allen keys. They just fall apart. That's all that's going to happen with these. Get a decent Allen key set. Now let's talk about some Daytona, because we got some Daytona to talk about. We got the aluminum racing jack, 1.5 ton, for $98. Let's call it $98. I'm telling you, this might be, I've been thinking about like, what would be the good floor jack you could put in your car or truck to take with you? This might be the one. It's lightweight. It's not expensive. It's really well made. And at $98, that might be the way to go. Let me know. Do you think there's a better option for like the emergency? Like you just don't want to, none of us want to deal with scissor jacks. Scissor jacks are just, oh my gosh, I can lose a year every time of my life every time I just look at one. Getting something like this, that could be an interesting way to go. What do you think the best travel jack is? Next to that, we got the Daytona. I think those are the 6-ton at $50. Fabulous jacks at $50. We got the dollies there at $80. By the way, I think they've got a thing where if you buy all 4 right now, you get the stand with it for free or something, like $400 for everything. It's a nice deal. We got the 3-ton low profile floor jack rapid pump in the Pittsburgh at $90. Now, what will this not do that the Daytona will do? Not a darn thing. All right, it won't lift quite as high. It may not go quite as low, but it will lift your 3 tons. It'll lift 3 tons. It will do it. And if you're on a budget at $90, it's a heck of a boat anchor. And I say that because it's heavy as snot. All right, if you're like, I'm in an apartment, unless you need the 3-ton, then get the 1.5 aluminum, because carrying it up and down will just kill you. The Pittsburgh 300-pound capacity low-profile creeper. Roll the dice. Who knows if it's going to last? It's a solid creeper. It's a nice low-profile creeper. It's a comfortable creeper. It's 300 pounds. It's decent weight capacity. I've seen guys who weigh probably like $1.80 break it the first time they use it. I know guys who weigh 400 pounds who use it every day. It's just one of these things you just don't know. I don't know if it's like you run over a zip tie, you hit a crack, something happens. It's almost always the wheel next to in fact, it's almost always, I think, is it the right, or I think it's the right side head wheel cracks for some reason. I don't know why. But again, for some people it lasts forever. Some people it cracks right away. Maybe it might be worth getting the extended warranty on it. It's a $20 creeper. I mean, how much can the warranty be? Next to that, we got the old 2-ton capacity folding shop crane, $300. This is a fantastic crane. It's an absolute go-to crane. I will tell you right now, before you buy one, go to Craigslist, go to Facebook Marketplace. There is always somebody who had a project. They just need to pull one motor. They went, they bought it, they've done it. Now they've got no space for it and they want to get rid of it and they're going to sell it for half price. Always check that first. These things are great. And you should think about keeping them around. The legs fold up, top folds in, slides into a corner. I've used them to move table saws. I've used them to move anvils. I've put power heads on drill presses with these things. If you've got a shop, a wood shop or a tool shop or mechanic, anything, there's always something big and heavy you got to move around. And these things are great for doing that sort of stuff. Getting stuff out of the back of your pickup truck, all that kind of stuff. There's multiple uses for it if you put your mind to it. All right, let's keep going here. Badlands, we got the winch over there for normally $350. It's on sale right now. This is the heavy duty for $250. That's a decent winch. It's not bad at all. Then we got the Apex. The Apex is the top of the line. Hence the word Apex. It's got the synthetic rope. Is the synthetic rope better? It's not going to pull more. But what it does is it does it safer, it does it lighter. You don't have the same kind of whiplash kind of things. If it breaks, there is a little bit, but it's not going to go back and somebody 20 feet behind the vehicle and cut them in half like you could with a wire rope. And I hate to be vivid about that, but you got to be safe when you're winching and whatnot. So make sure that I definitely, if you can afford to step up to the synthetic, get the synthetic. Then below that, we got the Cover Pro for $180. Apparently they're good. A lot of people told me they're good. Every place I live seems to be windy as heck. Livingston, Montana right now, one of the windiest places in North America. This would just be a $180 kite for me, so there's no way I'm trying that thing out. Let's keep going. The Icon shop chair, again, another one that we showed first. It's $70. That is the buy it now price. Is it an amazing price? No, but is it a solid buy it now price? Yes, definitely get it. The Merlin, I keep telling you, the Merlin retractable hose reel, I have this one, $75. It's fantastic. The Fortress air compressors, that's an everyday sale price, $350. That's a standard sale price. They're great compressors. I'm not saying they're not. They're fantastic compressors, and if you've been wanting to get one, then sure, pull the trigger. But it's not a right home kind of price, all right? Then next to that, or down there, we got the Earthquake XT composite air impact wrench. If you're gonna get an impact wrench, don't get any of those McGraw compressors you see to the right. You want the Fortress or bigger. Now, the McGraw does have a 29-gallon air compressor that is big enough and powerful enough to run this, but that's not part of this sale. Pancake compressor there, $50. I don't care. I mean, they're decent compressors, but again, standard sale price. 8-gallon hot dog compressor, standard price, $200 or a 20-gallon compressor. Not only is it the standard price, and they're going to hate me for saying this, it's just kind of like, why? Why? It's not super quiet, it's not super lightweight, and it's not strong enough to really run the big air tools. So either go small, lightweight, and quiet, or go big. And the middle road just doesn't make any sense. Prove me wrong. I've been saying this for years now, and no one can step up and say, like, here's where that 10 to 20 gallon air compressor makes sense. It just doesn't. Not with the way electric tools have come these days. All right, then down here in the yellow, we got the Comfort Grip pliers. Those are a hard pass. Hard pass. No, you don't buy those. Those are bad. You will get smacked on the hand. I will do it. Okay. Next to it, the Ames thermal. I can talk. Infrared thermometer. It's a good solid thermometer at that price. It is the thermal thermometer. They all work. I don't care about the brand. They all just work. I've had tons and tons of these things. They're great for barbecues. They're great for HVAC. They're great for in the winter testing to see where you get air leaks around your doors and windows. There's always a great use for it. You got cats. You got the laser on it. Again, you can use it for that. Fantastic. There you go. $11. That is a buy it now. Do not pass go. Collect it and go home. Anyway, metal 50 cal ammo can. Honestly, I'm not. Some of you like the 50 cal ammo cans. I don't like the metal ammo cans. I've switched to full plastic. You can hate on me all you want. I like the plastic stuff. 50 mil nitrile gloves, powder free, $5. That's a good price. The 7 mil for $7. That's, again, these are standard sale prices. They're not like, oh my gosh, right home kind of price. All right, now the fuzzy page. My gosh, the focus. Okay, Agent Deep Freight is not a photographer. All right, they're doing the Lord's own work here, trying to get us these deals. But he's not a photographer, so let's cut him some slack, all right? Anyway, you get what you get. You don't get upset. The manual transfer pump, it's all right. It does the job. The three-piece hex adapters to 1/4 inch, 3/8, and 1/2 inch, those are fantastic. For $1.98, you should be probably buying like a whole handful because you'll lose one and whatnot. You always need them, and at that price, $2, you want to get them. The Bauer cutoff discs for $5, that's a solid price. The Doyle utility knife for $5, that's a solid price. The Hex bit drivers there for $10, that's a solid price. And then we got the Warrior security set, again, for $7. That's a must-have. That's a must-have, that tool set. And there's a couple different flavors of that tool set that have been floating around for years. And eventually, I got the Nico one here, and it's in blue. I got it in blue because it stands out. The Warrior one used to be red. Now it's in You Can't Find Me black. That's a great color choice. I got the blue because it jumps out at you. They're all the same. They all have the same bits. They're all probably made in the same factory. It's just what color dye they put in the mold and what name they put on the front. At $7, I'll get the black. I'll put some blue painter's tape on it so I can always find it. Anyway, they're great sets. You should have one. They have lots of great standard bits, plus they got all the security bits, as we call them, the get out of jail free. Because you don't really need them all the time, but when you do, it's going to save you an afternoon's worth of work having it in that case. All right, let's keep going here. We got Bauer, and Bauer. So we got the combo kit. Now I'm going to say this about the combo kit. You're getting the two tools. They're well made. You're getting the batteries. You're getting the charger. It's $84. That seems like a great kit. I really want it to be the brushless kit. It's not. It's just the brush kit. If you're on a budget, a serious budget, it's a good kit. If you can step up a little bit more, get the brushless stuff because the brushless Bauer is fantastic for the price. I really wish it was part of this deal. All right, then next to that, we got the Bauer sander for $17. That's your standard 5-inch random orbit sander. That is a screaming deal at $17. The rotary tool at $35 is decent. The battery, 8 amp hour, that's not 8 amp hour, that's 4 amp hour, high capacity lithium ion, or is that 3 amp? It's 5 amp, I don't know. It's an amperage. There's a battery for sale there. There's a battery, folks. You figure out whether you want it. Anyway, the corded impact wrench for $60 for doing some home, changing tires and doing some stuff. You're not going to get it deep into an engine bay, but for the basic kind of stuff, it's decent. That multi-tool for $35, that's a sweet price on that multi-tool. Quick release, easy to use. The drywall sander, absolutely. Do not buy that if you're anything like me, because I hate sanding drywall. I think you should buy it, and you should come over and do my drywall. I hate drywall. Hate it with a passion. Can I do drywall? Yes. There's things I can do. There's things I hate. It's a texture thing. Hate drywall. It gets in everywhere. I have trauma regarding it. Not as bad as freaking fiberglass insulation. You don't know what I've done with fiberglass insulation. I don't want to talk about it. All right, let's keep going. The Bauer, this is the base toolbox there for $45. This is a solid toolbox, all right? I will say this. I'm not a fan of the way it clips. It has these little side clips that slide in. And because of that, any kind of dirt or grime or anything, it just blocks it, gets in the way, it get it stuck. But for the most part, they do work, and they're really ruggedly made. I know a lot of people have been waiting to see. I did get them in. I got the new kit from Hyper Tough that we were touting, and I heard great things from the reps at Hyper Tough, and they lied to me. Okay, I don't want to say they lied, but they over-exaggerated. They're not the high quality. They're not terrible, but they're not pro quality. They really hard sold this thing, and I kind of took a hook, line, and sinker, and I'm a little disappointed in myself for listening to them. We're going to do a whole video on. They got some great stuff. The tool, but unless you're on a real hard budget, this would be a better step up than the Hyper Tough stuff. I'm going to show it though. I'm going to show it, okay? Probably next week. Anyway, let's keep going here. We got the steam clean kit there for $95. That's not a bad one. Scaffolding for $190. You know, if you're going to be doing a lot of scaffolding, even a medium amount, look at, there's rental. You can rent scaffolding. or you can buy scaffolding. And the question is, and maybe you can buy it and then turn around and sell it. I don't know. You got to do the math on it yourself. Let's talk about the Apache weatherproof protective long distance paper puncher kit there, or case there. This thing is an absolute brilliant piece here for $100. They're not Pelican who? What? No, I used to have Pelican cases for stuff like this. Nope, don't need them. Apache is #1 in my book. It just absolutely kills it. Nobody comes close for the price, especially with it's that season. Grab one, all right? And don't do what I did. I wanted to get all rustic, and I got like an old school leather zip-up case, and the zipper didn't get zipped all the way up, and my paper puncher worked its way out, and it's a classic with a hardwood, walnut stock, and it got gouged by the zipper, and it was terrible, and I also almost had to sell my son to pay for it because he's the one who didn't zip it up all the way. Henry took care of me. I can't talk about Henry enough, but that's it. No more zip-up cases, going plastic all the way, because you're going to have stuff like that, stuff that you want to keep around for a long time. Get the hard-sided plastic case. It's just all there is to it. All right, let's keep going here. Hercules, Hercules, Hercules. 20-volt, brushless, cordless, ultra torque, impact wrench, 5-amp battery, full kit with charger. Yes, ultra torque is a silly name. But you know what? It is a high torque. It's now competing. And I'm sorry, I've been saying this for years. I'm about to do a victory tour. I've been saying for years that Harbor Freight was coming out with this stuff that they could compete. And everyone's like, Harbor Freight can't make that. Harbor Freight can't make that. Harbor Freight is stealing the lunch money right out of DeWalt and Milwaukee and Snap-on, all right? This is a dream of an impact wrench at a full kit for $207. You put a 12-amp hour battery on that thing. How much does the 12-amp hour battery cost? Half what the Milwaukee costs, I can tell you that much. Oh, 5-year warranty on everything, 3-year on the battery? Yeah, on all of it. All 5-year on the brushless, 3-year on the battery. Hey, if you buy the brushed Hercules and you get the battery still has a 3-year warranty. There's no brushless battery. I guess all the batteries are brushless, aren't they? Anyway, that's the case. Speaking of case, let's talk about the bag. Trust me, I know about bags. People are always talking to me about bags. I can't. I'm recovering from being sick. I can't do my Trump impression. I'm sorry, but it's a great bag. Ask anybody with the bag. It's a great bag. I'm picky when it comes to bags. I'm kind of a bag snob. Fantastic bag. Anyway, the Union 10-gun security cabinet. Don't call it a safe. It's a steel, box with a key. For $150, it is actually a pretty decent box. There used to be a company, who was it? Secure or whatever. They were the go-to one. You give them at Big Five, stuff like that. They've gone up in price. It's gotten ridiculous. Just get the Union. It's a decent one. Let's get back to the Hercules. Universal portable benchtop stand for your bandsaw. Still at $80. I'm dumbfounded. When they were selling this at $100, I'm like, I don't know how they do it. I cannot fathom how they're selling this at $100 and making a profit. And they went, hold my beer, we can do it at $90. If you've got a shop, you should have this bandsaw. Not only does it work like a chop saw, but it locks in the upright position, works as a vertical saw. Oh, you want a table on it? It comes with a bunch of little tables you can insert and screw into a little footer there. Now it's got a little table so you can work hands-free. Put the little pedal on it, and you can step on it, work hands-free. It is a great setup. I would not buy the Hercules saw and put it in there. Because in that case, it's really about you just want a decent saw with a good blade. Let the blade do the work. All right, so I've got the Bauer one in there, Bauer corded, and I'm using the just a high-end bandsaw on a blade on it. It's a fantastic setup. Now, if you want a good deep cut bandsaw, get the Hercules. Use it hands-free. And that's what I've got the cordless one I use for hands-free stuff. Not hands-free, for using stand-free. And then I've got the Bauer chucked up in the case. And I've not yet heard of somebody who bought that stand and couldn't get whatever saw they have to fit in. It's got a bunch of adapters. They'll make it work. All right, and then people ask me, hey, it's been years. Is the Hercules dual bevel sliding compound miter saw? And then I have people ask me about the Hercules 12-inch dual bevel sliding compound miter saw with precision LED shadow guide. Is it still the best bang for the buck saw out there? Yeah. It's not even close. And you know what? Other people have updated theirs. They've come out with new versions. This is the same saw. I'd love to see a version 2 on this, but at $300. DeWalt's gone through, they've lost their mind. The DWS 7080 that this was a clone of one up to over $600. It's back now in the high fives or something like that. This is $300. It is an absolutely killer saw. Tons of people have converted on it. I know one guy who ran a crew who has contacted me and said, I had trouble with this saw. My whole crew hated this saw. The only thing I can think of is either they were just super abusive. They got a bad batch of saws, which is hard to imagine. Or you get this kind of fallacy thing that happens where somebody buys something cheap, so they treat it like it's cheap. And I do this. I'm looking around. So I buy, I don't, I'm not a designer kind of person. I wear the same kind of t-shirt every single day. I wear Crocs. I drive a pickup truck. I'm not a designer kind of guy. But when it comes to wallets and sunglasses and stuff like that, I spend a little bit more. Why? Because I find I will treat them better. If I buy a cheap pair of sunglasses at the gas station, I'm going to treat them like gas station sunglasses. They're going to get crushed, they're going to get trampled, and they're going to get lost. I buy myself a $300 pair of sunglasses, and I will always know where they are. I will always take care of them. I will clean them. I'll get the little cleaning kit out, and I'll clean them. Look, I even bought one of the nice little cleaning kits that's got the little spray thing and everything that I use with these because, God forbid I spend that much money on a pair of sunglasses and then treat them like junk. That's what I see happen with a lot of tools. People buy a cheap tool and then treat it like, well, it's cheap, so it doesn't matter. I can trash it. That's one of the things you have to keep an eye out. This saw is, I know I'm going on a rant here, fantastic saw. And speaking of fantastic saws, the Chicago Electric 10-inch sliding compound miter saw right next to it is not one. I'm sorry, I hate that saw. I think it is. It's the old school Harbor Freight where you buy it and you're like, okay, now I bought it, now I have to fix it. Okay, and those who've been around back in the day, you know what I'm talking about. The Chicago Electric's the old school one. It needs to get phased out. I know it's getting phased out eventually. I'm not a fan of that saw. Some of them you get and they work just fine. A lot of them you get, I've had 3 of them. None of them were any good to me. And I think they're just janky. They're not at the new level that Harbor Freight's at. They're just not. If you're on a budget, I get it. But I'll tell you what, that Metabo HPT that's been on sale blows that away. Just blows it clean out of the water. Takes its lunch money, takes its girlfriend, assumes its identity, lives its whole life. Anyway, point is, bad saw, good saw. That's the difference there, all right? Okay, let's talk about what we got in the yellow. Down in the yellows, we got the shop towels for $219. That's a great deal. Battery-operated liquid transfer pump for $650. It's an iffy one. It's one of the ones where you buy it, like 9 out of 10 of them are going to be great, then one's going to have a leak. Remember the 90-day return policy, they just take it in, swap it out, get a good one. The 20-ounce HVLP gravity-fed spray gun with regulator, that is so good. I know tons of body shop guys who use that spray gun today. It's not a finish gun. It's for laying down first coats, primer, stuff like that. But for that, at $15, it's a great deal. 6-inch quick-release cable bar clamp, quick-release bar clamp. I don't know where the cable part came. $269, 22% off. If you're watching this on Sunday, right now, all those clamps are 33% off. You need to run in today and get them. The folding sawhorse, good backup sawhorse for $10. The magnetic hooks for $2-something, they're okay. All right, let's talk about, all right, that's the Black Friday sale. As I said, most of it's kind of like, man, they're good deals. They're not great deals, but come on, 40% off of Icon. That's a screaming deal. The $300 on the saw, the bandsaw set up there for $90. There's a ton of the generators there for $750 or was $800. $750. Anyway, a lot of great deals. Some screaming deals. The 40% off screaming, smoking deals. The mini toolboxes for $10. Okay, not everything's going to be a home run, but there were certainly some in there, and maybe at least 1, if not 2, grand slams. Let's talk about new stuff because this one, you want to talk about hitting hard. Titanium milled face framing hammer for $60 from Harbor Freight. If you guys don't know, okay, my first job in the trades, I was a carpenter, and swinging here, Estwing was where it's at. I'm an Estwing fan bear. I fully admit it. I've got love in my heart for Estwing, and these not 40 ounce, but these titanium milled hammers are becoming the thing. Hart has them. This is Hart before it became TTI Hart that we know of today. The power tools, they have them. Stiletto, Martinez. Okay, I'm not saying this is in that league. It's also, I mean, the Martinez is what, a $300 hammer or something? This is a $60 hammer. It's in the Doyle line, so you know it's not going to be part of the exempted one when those 25% off coupons come out. $60 when you get one of those 20% off coupons. Let me see here. That's $60 is going to be 60 times 0.8. Now you're going to get a titanium hammer for $48. $48 for a titanium hammer. I'm excited about this one, folks. All right, then next up we get the steel hammer, kind of an Estwing-ish. I like to see the Doyle stuff stepping up into the hammers. $20 on that one. Then we've got the Atlas inverter here. This is, you know, strap your Atlas battery on it, get some extra power out of it for $80. We've got the Maddox Universal Brake Flaring Toolkit there, $300. This is not for everyone. This is for pros or for guys who are doing this a lot as a hobby. Then we got it. Yes, our midnight boycott worked. We said we weren't going to shop at the stores starting at midnight till 1 o'clock, and they capitulated. They could not stand against the tide of our power, and the yellow came out. The white is now out. We got green. We got all of them in here. So all the colors are now available, including the Imperial White, as it should be. $130 on sale inside track until 10/31 for $100. These are great carts. I have one, bought one with my own money. I have the Series 2 with the chrome. I'd love to get the Series 3 in the black and replace it. Maybe I can get someone to buy mine off of me. Anyway, because what I do is I load them up if I'm going to work on, like I tell you, I have to work on the truck outside, right? So I just load all the tools I'm going to need into that, roll it out, and I got everything I need right there while I'm doing the job. All right, next up we got McGraw. They're a 1/4-inch extended air grinder for $30. If you still love your air tools, McGraw's making some great budget air tools there for $30. We got the generator storage cover for $18 for the Predators. That's a fantastic deal right there. Let's talk about deals also. So Bauer, buy a starter kit for $90. Get any one of these 12 tools for free. That's a nice deal. How about 2 3-amp-hour batteries for $80? That's okay. And then this one, any of these tools, 55% off. Choose any one of the 11s for $40. Any one of these for $40. Dual battery charger, that's a great one. We got the SDS hammer, that's a great one. The recip saw, that's a great one. The sprayer, the shears. I'll tell you what, shop blowers are fantastic. You got to get yourself a shop blower for $40. You don't have to buy anything else, just straight $40. That's what you save. Then we've got the Hercules stuff. So here we go. Free battery when you buy any one of these 12. These are the 12-volt tools. The cutoff saw or the cutoff tool, it's okay. The one-hand recip, it's pretty good. I absolutely love my long reach ratchets. I use them all the time. They're the go-to. The screwdriver, that one's fantastic. And you know what? I've been kind of hard on Harbor Freight when it comes to the 12-volt stuff going, where's the brushless? Guys, you got to expand the line. You got to get the brushless. I got a lot of guys getting back to me, especially HVAC guys going, I use the 12-volt stuff all the time. Absolutely love it. A lot of guys doing, top-end work on the engines using the 12-volt impacts and stuff. They absolutely love it. So there is useful stuff out there. But again, the ratchets are just, I think, the go-to. They're great. They're fantastic. Are they the most powerful thing out there? No, but ratchets are just that. They're ratchets. They're not breaker bars, okay? So just keep that in mind. All right, let's keep going here. We got when you buy one of these kits, get a free battery. And that's not just any battery. That's the 4-amp-hour 21700 battery. So that's going to really extend the use. That makes these kits just unbeatable. These are all brushless here, if I'm not mistaken. But I know the drill and the impact are brushless. I think that's the brushless impact. That's a $70 value. That just turns those into absolute killer deals. Then we got the jacks. Get a pair of 3-ton aluminum jack stands free when you buy any aluminum racing jack starting at $100. That is, and look at, you can get the 1.5 ton for $75. Well, I don't guess you're not going to get that there because it started at $100. I don't know. Good luck. You're going to have to work that one out in store and figure out whether you're going to get the jacks with it. It's on the page. I see it on the page. These cannot be combined with other deals. So probably can't if you're doing that. But anyway, just keep that in mind. And then last on the deals is this clearance. Remember what I said, up to 74% off of clearance items? The trailers, they got the new trailers out. They've been talking about since last SEMA. The new trailer is supposed to come out this summer. If you haven't been following the Den of Tools, then you probably missed the updates where we're talking about that they're going to be probably first quarter. There was some delays with Department of Transportation regulations. There's a lot of paperwork when you're trying to bring trailers to market. Okay, a lot of paperwork you got to cover. So they had to do some changes here and there. So that's delayed the trailers. But that said, the red trailers are on clearance. Clearance means they're on sale. You got open box, the parking lot sale going on right now, the Black Friday sale. They're going to be hit or miss because some stores are going to have them, some stores aren't going to have them. You're not going to. It's in store only. But that said, imagine getting 20, 30, 50, 74% off a trailer like this. Again, get to know that store manager and butter them up a little bit. Make them some cookies or something. I don't know. Anyway, that's all we got for you today. If you got any questions, put them down below. I'll try to answer them. We'll be back tomorrow for Deals of the Week. Make sure you subscribe, you ring the bell so you don't miss out. That said, we're going to be on the road Tuesday and Wednesday. So I'm going to be a little bit out of touch. And then we'll be in Vegas. Yeah, I hate Vegas. Anyway, but we're going to be around family. Going to see Duncan. We're going to be hanging out with him. The little girl's coming with me for the trip, so you're going to probably see her a bunch on it. We got a lot of stuff we're going to be doing. A lot of places we're going to be going and showing off all sorts of stuff. And then, of course, it's SEMA week. Remember, SEMA used to just be the expo and stuff. Now it takes over all of Vegas. It's SEMA week, and it's going to be intense. So if you want to see all the cool cars, all the cool trucks, all the cool tools, everything made in the USA, made in Taiwan, made in Germany, Hazard's going to be there. All of them. Knipex is there. Harbor Freight's going to be there. Basically, every mechanics tool manufacturer is going to be there and others, and we're going to be covering them all. And we're going to go up and we're going to talk to Milwaukee and have them try and avoid me again. Hey, Milwaukee, why are you giving tools to influencers and not making those influencers announce that they got the tools for free? Why are you avoiding me? Why are you avoiding the truth? Anyway, Milwaukee, great tools, great company. They stand behind their stuff, but that's sketchy as heck, guys, and you got to do something about it. Anyway, that's all I got for you today. You all take care. God bless. And as always, shine on.